Hi, you're listening to the Kupkake Kattty radio show on S.STREET Media. Ustream TV. Yes, give it up for me, Kate Kapoor. I didn't have nobody introduce me. That's so nice. It's so nice. I'm so glad that you could be here every other Tuesday. Yeah, I think that's my schedule. I created it myself. Every other Tuesday, because I couldn't commit to just every Tuesday coming up with content and guests at this other juncture in my life. I couldn't do that, you know. But now that I'm a new woman, a new me, right? New year, new me. I didn't have to wait till January to get the new year, new me. I didn't. I waited until September because I felt like it was fall, the fall seasons, which I'm going to explain to you. Things happened around the seasons or whatever. But before I get into that, I am going to tell you why we start feeling things around the change of seasons. It's not going to be dull and all educational, but you are going to learn a lot, and hopefully it'll give you more focus. That's my hope. But yeah, so I'm here at ustream.tv, S.STREET Media, on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday at 9-ish. Shut up. Sometimes it's 9:30. Sometimes it's not. It doesn't matter. You're up. You're listening. It's great. And then following my show, the Kupkake Kattty Radio Show, you can also find me on Instagram and Facebook, you guys. We have the Trip Over Radio Show with Will B. K. and I, which you guys love so much because he's nasty, right? Y'all know he's gross. He talks about being multi-jerknal, being able to jerk off with both hands. Not my business, but you guys have been watching our show a long time, so you know what he gives. You know what he serves, honey. You know what he serves, honey. I don't serve all of that. I'm a little bit more contained. I don't want to, but I have to be responsible because I have children and stuff. Speaking of which, I have a daughter that turned 14, and she's turning 14 tomorrow. So what I did was, when the New Edition story came out, we were watching it. I was living in the shelter that time. I was homeless. And we were watching it, and it kind of lifted our spirits. And she discovered that she had been hearing these songs throughout the years of her life, and she had grown an appreciation for it. So I was trying to find concerts for her to go to for her birthday that I could afford, because I couldn't afford no damn Justin Bieber, who she loves so much. Why she love Justin Bieber? I don't know. Like, she comes from a mother who's a musician, but she gonna have the nerve to love Justin Bieber. Okay, whatever. That's her life. She gets to do that. So we found out that RBRM was performing in Atlantic City, and I'm like, you want to go? And she's like, word. That's the wave, Mom. These are the languages she uses, the wave. Okay, so she's like, that's the wave. So I'm like, all right, so I'm going to book us a room in Atlantic City and get us some really good seats. Because, you know a bitch like me is not sitting in the nosebleeds. She doesn't sit in the first, second tiers. She has to be orchestra mezzanine, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not bougie. I'm at a stage in my life where I've worked really hard not to be standing up and looking through the balcony, you know, with binoculars. That's just not my life. I ain't doing that. I'm not giving it up like that. You can call me what you want. You can call me all types of bougies if you want to, but I'm cultured and I'm seasoned and I know what I likes. And if you like sitting back there, then have it. I just can't be that back there with you. So I worked it out, and I was able to get some tickets to sit a little closer than sit as close as I wanted to. Not as close, because those closer seats were sold out, but I still was on the floor. She and I. And Tenderoni came on. Oh, and he said, "All my tenderonis, come to the front." You know what? He was talking to me, right? He was talking to me. So me and my daughter went up front, and he sang to us directly in my head. Maybe that didn't happen, but he did that. So now these guys they're no longer New Edition. They say they are, but I think they're just trying to be politically correct. But they are RBRM, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike. Johnny wasn't there. Ralph wasn't there. And they ain't gonna be there either. What he said was, like, we have babies. We had Belle Biv DeVoe. That was a baby from New Edition. And then we had something else. And now we have RBRM. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. But I think that Ralph got some beef. I don't think he really wants to be a part of it, if they ask me. That's speculative. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. But that's what I think happened. I think what should have happened after the New Edition movie was that they were supposed to be out touring right after that, like that next day. During the movie breaks, the commercials, they were supposed to be talking about the concerts that were coming up so they could make that shmoney, but they didn't do that. So now they're making a little bit of coin. They're making a little coins. When Bobby sang Roni, he said, this is the part in the show where I ask somebody to come up and I show them how I feel. But the way my wife is set up, I don't like her too much, because I would have been on stage in my glittery lipstick and he would have divorced her. Not that I want Bobby, but I want to hear some stories about it. Like, I ain't totally a groupie, but I really want to be back there sipping some of Nippy's energy off of him. She left some of that energy on him, didn't she? She had to have left him with something. Shoot, all of that power she had, all in her pores. I would have just wanted to shake his hand and hold him a little bit. Not in the nude though. I wouldn't want to do that in the nude. So it was a great concert. Like I said, he was vocally on point. I couldn't believe it. He sounded better than he did back then, and that's probably because he was getting high. We know that. We can attribute it to that. I would say, like, he was so vocally on point. I was just like, how is he singing this right now? So I think he's going to be, they are touring. I don't know if he's going to be back here at NJ Pack, but if you guys have a chance to see him with your families, you should. They've made the tickets a sort of affordable so that they have like $20, $40 seats for families, because, now that our kids are building an appreciation for them, so that we can all go as a family and see them. I promise you guys, it was nonstop entertainment. Uh-oh. Oops. My bad. The camera dropped for you guys listening on the real deal. Hold on. All right. Something happened over here. Oh, I got it. I'm back in the game. Oops. Don't judge me. You guys just keep listening. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Yep, so that happened. I stayed at a nice hotel called The Trip, which is interesting because we have a Trip show. But I stayed in a hotel called The Trip by Wyndham. It wasn't cheap. It was nice. I liked it. I didn't come back with bed bugs. So I'm grateful for that. Shout out to all the Libra people. Birthdays this month and next month. Shout out to y'all. What y'all getting into? I love me an air sign because I'm a Gemini. And so Libras and Aquarius alike, I love equally. I do love Geminis a little bit more, though. But Libras I like a lot, too. I have to. My daughter's a Libra. I don't have to love her, though. She's just lovable. She's not always nice to me, but I still love her regardless. But we kind of understand each other in ways that other signs don't get us. Other signs don't necessarily get us because we're all over the place. I don't even know if we get us as Gemini people. I don't, but I ain't trying to because I'm having fun. I'm living my best full life. So, yeah, I told you, I don't know if I told you, but Solomon the artist is here. So you should stick around for that. And I want to make sure it's not time. It is time. I'm going to go into a small miniature break so that I can no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that when I could talk to you guys? And eventually I'm going to go on a little break. But right now I have to tell you that I don't want to get into it fully. But shout out to everybody who didn't have to work today because you worked for Jews and it was a Jewish holiday. I don't know if it was Sukkot. I think it's called Sukkot. But it was a Jewish holiday, so if you didn't have to work, shout out to y'all. Sitting home watching Wentworth. That's what I was watching today. I'm almost up to season 6, if anybody is watching Wentworth. So Wentworth is Orange is the New Black on crack. It is. It is gritty and grimy and it's gangsta. And it's a women's facility in Australia. And I've never seen anybody, act so heinously. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. If there's something you think I should watch, let me know. But it's on Netflix. I don't think you can find it anywhere else. I don't think it's on Showbox either. But I'm glued to my seat. Like I wasted a lot of brain space and time that I could have been writing music watching that show. I can't take it back though. I did it. It's gone. It's done. That's what I did. Hopefully you guys are having a really wonderful week. Hopefully you're appreciating the rain and not being ungrateful. I'm talking to you. Don't be ungrateful. I don't really want to hear you guys complaining about you don't like the rain, right? Then you don't like fruit. Then you don't like vegetables. Then because they ain't really surviving and thriving out here without the rain. Now are they? Think about it. Think about how bad allergies could be. Think about how gritty and grimy the streets and the air that you breathe could be if it didn't rain. Stop thinking. I tend to think some of you are dirty. That's what I think. I think y'all don't like water. You scared, but you shouldn't be. It's refreshing. It's cleansing. I don't want to be around y'all complaining as, oh, it's wet. It's not. It's not like it's freezing rain. It's warm. It's humid. So what? You bring an umbrella. Come prepared. And also because it's raining doesn't mean it's cold. So like I got out there like a fool this afternoon thinking because it was raining, it was cold. And I ended up dying with all of the sweat all over my luscious skin, Also, I noticed that when it rains, the moisture does wonders for your hair. Did you guys notice that? How soft your hair and your skin get? Take a little time to enjoy the view sometimes. I'm serious. Let me think about this. I can tell you better. I might be a hippie. Right? If the hippie means that I like things that are natural, then I might identify with that. I might. And I don't know that I've always been that way. I think something about moving to Brooklyn is what led me to that. I think it is. I think moving here and being around people who really appreciate things being back to their essence is what kind of helped me develop into this being where now I really appreciate everything. And I know like some of our friends are dying so early, so you know what I'm saying, so young, and I just want to be able to appreciate all the seasons, all the things that life gives me, just because I'm still here to appreciate it. Some of our friends are sick in the hospital, they're not able to appreciate it, like my friend Kimberly Malta, right, is battling cancer. Shout out to you, Kimberly, if you ever have time to watch it, because I know she used to be a friend of the show. So, but shout out to her. Like she's oftentimes in and out of the hospital. I think she would love to feel a raindrop every once in a while. Like think about that. Think about that. Think about that when you guys are complaining about having to carry an umbrella that's too heavy. Think about that. Think about the people who can't come outside, right? Think about the people who can't walk or run in the rain because they're in wheelchairs. Y'all better speak. Amen. Y'all better speak. Come on, Lord. Speak to me. Speak through me. Shoot, you ain't got to call me religious. I know. I know what it is. So if it's too hot, y'all complain. It's too hot. Oh, I'm waiting for fall to get here. Why? So you can be complaining because you want summer to come back? Leave me alone. I'm bringing any of y'all that I'm friends with that feel that way. I want y'all to know that we are on a time limit. We may not be friends much longer because I want to get all that stuff out of my life. I want to be around people who are uplifting me from now on, who I could benefit from, who help me grow, who help me see the brighter side of life. That's all I want to receive right now. I don't know if that's selfish of me. Is it selfish to not bring people along that don't feel the same way you do? Should I be grateful for other people's differences? I don't know. I mean, I respect them, but do I have to include them into my lifestyle? I don't know. And I think that along the way, my friendship, this is why I remember, I speak to my mom. She's like, I only have a few friends or like one or two friends. You're like, how, Mom? I have so many friends I don't know what to do with right now, but I also know that some of them ain't going to make the cut, in 10 years. I'm not going to have much use for them. No shade to y'all. I'm not going to have much. The vices that we're doing, I'm not going to be a part of those anymore. I'm not going to be able to do that much longer if I want to be as successful as I feel I'm going to be in my head. In my head, I'm at the Grammy Award breakfast, like brunch. I'm at the breakfast award brunch, and they give me a +1. And in my mind, I've been thinking about this for a couple of years. Some people think about their acceptance speeches. I think about like sitting next to Oprah at this award dinner, and they're like, you have 1+1, and I'm thinking about like who is gonna put ketchup on their eggs because they can't come. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about who's coming with me. Is I'm gonna bring the person that's complaining because they got wet in the rain, that their weave got a little wet? Nah, probably not. Probably not. So y'all, if y'all want to be on board, you better change your thinking. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's right. It's just my preference. That's all. Hello, Carja and Macy. Thank you for watching the show. I'm glad that you came and watched it. You know, you're traveling all abroad. How can I be a part of that? You want to take me sometimes? I want to go. I have my passport. Do all of you have your passports? So let me just talk about the seasons and why they're changing and why I wanted to talk about this. I hope it doesn't bum you guys out. But I figured you guys needed a little bit of help from your friends. Have a little help from my friends. Oh, have a little help from my friends. Have a little help from my friends. Ooh. Yeah, remember that from the Wonder Years? I remember. So I wanted to give you guys some help because I think some of you need it. I need it sometimes. So some of us are officially like summer's over in your mind. It's not. Look at the calendar. So I just thinking about it, being appreciative of life and all the seasons. There's a reason why they change, and some of us are not able to deal with it. And there's something called SAD. You guys know I talk about this a lot. It's called seasonal affective disorder, where when the seasons change, we begin to change, right? And so we begin, we get like the as soon as like daylight saving time hits, we're like all in a funk a little bit, right? Because Black African American people need the sun for melanin, right? And for vitamin D. And the vitamin D does something to us that fuels us, right? So without it, when we're deficient from it during these months, it affects us emotionally, psychologically, mentally. Maybe you didn't know that. But okay, so seasons have to change. Seasons have the force to change our mood, change our lives, change our perspectives. Change happens. We just have to deal with it. We have to embrace it. So the reason why I was talking about complaining is because it's especially spring, like fall, right? We're going to fall right now. Fall is a time for itemizing our blessings and recounting our joys. It's time to like hustle, boogie down, figure out what you're going to do. That's what the season's all about. And then spring is for renewal, for owning your life and your new ideas. But fall is about creating these new ideas. And so this is why I had to change directions with my job, because now it's time for me to move on and secure these ideas so that by the spring they'll blossom. How about that? That's an idea. Hi. My favorite people are watching. Jay loves life. Me love you long time. Hi, Troy Weeks. Can you be a guest on my show? Like forever. Like co-host with me forever. No, I'm serious. Like forever and ever. Troy, you know I love you and I can't do this without you. I can't. I don't want to. So winter is a time of introversion. You know what I mean? It's contemplation time. It's a time when you go within. So it's a time when you're at home and you're securing the comfort. You're supposed to be doing some introspection, You're supposed to be, inverting and seeing what's you're going to be building up for the spring, right? So you guys have to embrace that. I think you should. I'm not going to tell you what you have to do, but I think as opposed to complaining and because this is what y'all do. Not all of you. I'm not saying you're all guilty, but now it was too hot because we had a hot like August, right? So it started getting 90s, and y'all was like, well, when is it going to be over? Because in your minds, when the school year hits, summer is over. Y'all made that up. Right after Labor Day, y'all like, summer is over. You made it up. We always had long, extensive summers. Something about the universe and the seasons and what the people that I ain't gonna get into the politics, but you know that they tamper with things in the air, and that they're putting things in our air system, and we have GMO and anything. There's a lot of things in the air that are affecting the way seasons change. So as a result of that, we have to adapt or we'll be miserable. That's all I'm saying. And there's no reason for that. Like, we shouldn't just be happy in the summertime. We shouldn't just be happy when it's warm. I want you guys to figure out what makes you happy. How about traveling during the winter? That's an idea. Anybody thought about that? How about getting away from here and learning about some other cultures? Wouldn't that be nice? You know, I'm a little bloated because I have my period today. Look at this double chin. I'm not worried about it. My clothes still fit. I didn't have to go shopping for no size 14 yet, and I'm not going to. For the past 10 years, this is what I'm doing. I'm embracing my imperfections. So for the past like 10 years, I've gained and lost 10 to 15 pounds every season or something like that. Every year, I lose it, I gain it. I lose it, I gain it. That's why I'm not worried about it. I eat what I like now. I don't worry. You know, I still try to eat a wholesome, fruitful lifestyle, live a lifestyle where I'm careful. But every once in a while, I just do it, and I don't feel bad about it. You know, I'm not counting no more calories. I'm living my full life. And I walk a lot. I walk about 7 miles a day. How many do you walk? Spooning season. Somebody said the spooning season. It is the season for spooning. I love it, honey. I'm gonna have a couple of love handles too. It's gonna be nice. Ooh, it'll keep you so warm at night. I'm telling y'all better get y'all love handles on, ladies. To stop trying to wear them the way I was wearing a waist trainer. It ruined my life. I'll talk about that when I come back. You're listening to the Cupcake Kattty Radio Show on S.STREET Media at ustream.tv. Keep it right here, y'all. Bye. I'm sexy, but don't test me. No need to undress me. I'm feisty. I love myself. I'm more than an object, but don't be surprised that my clothes hang off all my assets. Yeah. Amusing, refusing to be boring. I'm all in. I want to release some stress. I'm happy, don't tap me. The little things annoy me. I'm crazy, but I'm the best. I'm the best, don't test me. I'm the best, just arrest me for committing crimes. I write all the time, get ready for this hurricane. I'm the best, I'm stress-free. I'm the best, just delivering all these words of truth, just from me to you. Don't say a word, I'm living proof. I'm honest, to be honest, brutally, but not conscious. I'm sorry, I'm not perfect yet. Employ me, explore me, promise that you'll always adore me. Before me, but no one else. I'll lick him, then I'll kick him all over. I'm over, head and heels, I'm his favorite mess. Accept me and my obscenities. Be thankful I'm not your enemy. I'm serious, but don't get me upset. I'm the best, don't test me. I'm the best, just arrest me for committing crimes. I write all the time, get ready for this hurricane. I'm the best, I'm stress-free. I'm the best, just delivering all these words of truth, just from me to you. Don't say a word, I'm living proof. I'm the best. 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 Don't test me. I'm the best. Just arrest me for committing crimes. I write all the time. Get ready for this hurricane. I'm the best. I'm the best. Hi, everyone. This is Kate Kapoor. You're listening to the Cupcake Kattty Radio Show with all Ks. If you wanted to know where you can find me on The club, bottles for the nah. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram and email and such too. But all the C's are K's. For those of you who are listening in the webosphere, the stratosphere, I'm back. You're happy about that? So I'm back here. This time I have my special guest. I'm gonna let you guys see him. He's so effing cute. He's so effing cute. His name's Solomon the artist, and he's a vocal genius. You want to see him? Give it up for him, y'all.
Hey. Where we at?
Let me give you some spotlight. Leaning in the old spotlight. Ooh, is this thing gonna act right?
Do 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 do.
You don't have to worry. Probably I should bring this closer, huh? Maybe I should do this. I'm scared. Oh, all right. So that means you guys can't hear me. That was irresponsible of me. Here, I got him right here. So I'm setting this up so that we can talk to this beautiful being. I don't like this thing. You think that's... Now I'm complaining. See? I ain't saying nothing about the rain, though. I like it. I don't feel like this is going to be steady. What I'm trying to do is let my face, for those of you that listen, I'm trying to get my Facebook audience look at this beautiful bundle of joy that his mother gave to us.
What up, y'all?
This is Solomon the artist. I'm guessing I'm going to have to hold it. I'm taking these headphones off because I'm over it. I can't. Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So tell me about yourself. Tell me, who are you? When people ask you who you are, like, what do you say? What do you think that means?
I literally say I am Solomon the artiste.
Ooh.
Like literally, because I feel like like this chain, for example. People wonder why I wear the chain all the time, but I feel like it's a perfect example of who I am.
Why?
I'm Jamaican.
Uh-huh.
And I ain't got no shame in telling everybody I love the Lord. You know,
Amen.
I don't care
Hallelujah.
who you are, where you
Amen.
are.
Yeah.
Listen. Yeah.
Yes.
We could be at a club, and if the Lord told me to tell somebody something, I'm going to tell
Ooh.
you. You know, that's exactly who I
I knew
am.
you was kindred spirit. I knew that. I knew it.
But who I am, I mean, I do some of everything. I sing, I write, I act. I started in church. My bad, y'all.
That's okay.
Started in a Jamaican Pentecostal church.
Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
I didn't know that.
That is a thing.
Did you speak in tongues? Like, did you speak? No, I'm just saying.
I never know how to answer that because I can't even front. You know, some people they fake it.
Right.
You know, like I ain't gonna say that.
All right, we're gonna keep it cute. Hello, you want to join? Look, please give me one moment.
No problem.
Will BK just walked into the building. Give it up for him, y'all. The Trip Over Radio Show. You wearing your costume today? You got your costume on?
All right now.
I hate him so much. I won't keep him long, Will, because I know that you have a show to do, and I know that you want to go to the store and grab a bottle for us, huh? What? Shh. I feel. Shut up. I feel like you should go because I'm parched. No, I don't have any money. I got 75 cents. You want that? See, you're taking me out of my character. Let me use my nice voice. So, you came in here interrupting. That's what you did. So I'm sorry about that, sir.
It's all good.
So we're talking about the Pentecostalism and how you was fake and speaking in tongue.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you caught me. But it's I don't even know where to go from there. I mean, I love church. You know what's funny? Mm-hmm. Like, you making me think of Grace Jones. Like, I bought her book.
Okay.
Her memoir. Mm-hmm. And she said something that made so much sense to me as an artist. There's a point where she talks about growing up, because obviously she was born and raised in Jamaica, and she was raised in the church, the Pentecostal Jamaican church.
Oh, wow.
And she said, even though she's not as religious by any means as she was back then, she said that's actually a huge part of why she is the artist that she is, because the church, particularly the Jamaican Pentecostal church, that is a spectacle.
Yeah, it is.
If y'all get to go to a Jamaican Pentecostal church, it is a spectacle. It is far beyond a Broadway show or anything. You know, Gaga can't do nothing for you. You know, basically, costumes and everything. But she was right. I never thought about it. Like when you see people going into tongues, whether it's real or fake, it is huge. It is loud. It is all over the place. When you see the choir, you know, in my church, the choir used to get up out their seats and actually stomp around the church like they were, you know, graduating,
Really?
but they were saying, you know, Jinkle, Jinkle, Jesus, you know, that whole thing, you know, stomp around the church. It was a thing. And it was like, I guess the bad part is that you knew that, you know, everything was under a set time, basically. You know, you knew that at this point, the choir's going to walk around. At this point, it's time for offering. At this point, the pastor's going to go up there and, you know, and yell you to shame.
So that's what brings me to this. I stopped going to church for that. Once I figured it out, I stopped going. I figured out that it was all a setup. It's all a system. It's like being at a concert. Everything is like building, like, you know, we're all building this level to get you to pay. It's all about, like, we got to make you feel good so you'll come about them coins. So once I figured that out, that it wasn't really natural, it was really kind of put together that way. I was like, this ain't really as organic as I thought it was. And I think that's why now I could say that I'm spiritual. You know, I don't know. I feel bad saying it, or kind of too. Are you still very religious? Do you still go to church?
Yes. Well, okay. So I'll be honest. I actually left church when I was like 15 years old. I stopped going. My parents couldn't force me to go or anything. And it was because of the simplest thing. I'll never forget. Like I'd first started growing my hair. My sisters, I have two older sisters that were actually born and raised in Jamaica before they came to the U.S. And they just kind of just saw me as their experiment, so to speak, you know. So they started, you know, working in my head, started growing my hair, and I started wearing braids and everything. And I remember the first time I went to church with my hair long, and they legit looked at me as if I basically telling me I'm going to hell for having long hair. And me being a little petty, I'm like, but doesn't Jesus have long hair? You know, which of course made them even more upset. But I was like, this don't make no sense. It's here. I can cut it off tomorrow.
And it'll
so
go back.
I never went back to that particular church. And I just I never did the thing that I think other people do when they leave the church. They start experimenting like in the alcohol and the drugs and whatnot, like super heavy. I never had the heart to do any of that. I just ironically just fell deep into music. That's also around the time where I really started writing my own songs because I had nobody to talk to. You know, I had stuff I needed to say, and since I left the church, you know, prayer wasn't really a part of my life that much anymore. You know, but I will say a couple of years ago, and again, I said I ain't got no shame talking about the Lord. I had an experience, you know, a come to Jesus moment that completely changed me, and I did start going back to church. Not that particular church, my bad, and I was getting passionate, hitting the table. My bad, y'all. Hey, but I started going to a different church in Brooklyn, actually, and
not the Tabernacle, is it?
No, not that one. Miracle Temple, and I love it. They're amazing, and I don't feel, you know, judged or anything like that. I can come in and be who I am and do what I do, and you know, they know I do musical theater. They know that sometimes the shows that I'm hired to do might have me drop some cuss words here and there. But they know that I got a good heart. Right. So, yeah.
So how long have you been writing?
I started 20 years.
20 years?
Yeah, because I remember I started writing in 6th grade. Yeah.
And what are you writing about?
Back then or just in general?
Right now, like generally. What are you writing?
All right, so I just released my first official album.
Nice.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What is the next? Yes, thank you.
So it is called Arbitrary Revolutionary Trophy.
Arbitrary Revolutionary Trophy.
Yes. I.e. art.
Okay.
A-R-T.
Oh, I like that.
And the intention is to put out a trilogy, basically. So this was the first part of the trilogy, and it's the arbitrary part of the album. So the album, I think people can tell when they look at me, I love the 90s world without end. You know, you can tell from how I dress, you can tell from the music, and the music is literally, I wanted it to be an album that, I wanted it to be a 90s album that just happened to come out in 2018. And this was pretty much my passion project, you know, for like I've worked with different major labels, different producers and whatnot over the years. I mean, I remember when I was 18, I think that's when Chris Brown came out at 15, and the producer at the time that I was working with looked at me and completely wanted to change my style and
Nope.
my music and told me, no, that's the new thing. You know, we got you. You a tall, light skinned one. You know, he getting all these girls and all this money. You sing better. You could do this and whatnot. I'm like, but that's not me. I don't dance. I don't do, you know. And very quickly that whole relationship dissolved. You know, but it took some time. It took some strength. You know, we were talking a little bit earlier before, you know, the radios before the interview started.
Yes, yes, yes.
About, you know, confidence and whatnot. And it took
Oh,
me some
yeah.
time to finally get to this place where I ain't feel embarrassed to wear my handlebar mustache. You
I
know,
love this mustache.
you know, I wanted to wear it
I
for the
love
longest,
this
but I was scared.
mustache.
I
I
was
love.
scared for like a good 2 years. Like I would practice in the house, but never go out with it. And finally, I was like, you know what? F it. I'm gonna go out and see how people respond. And the ladies love it, so I ain't complaining now. You know. But I rambled on a bit. What was the question?
I wanted to know what you were writing about.
Oh yes. So
Like, are you writing about love? Are you writing about pain? I don't write about love too much, right? Because it's been done and oversaturated so often. There are so many things that we need to teach when we have the platform. Am I always going to be talking about love? It's
you're right.
nice, but I don't. So what do you talk about?
Ironically, I write about love because I feel like we got too many. Let me just say it. Like
Say it.
we got like Trey songs in them and whatnot that's constantly singing about what these young girls think is love, but is actually lust. You know, and a lot of these girls are confused. They think, you know, oh yes, we had some good sex. Like he had me, you know, quivering and whatnot. He loved me. No, he just gave you some good pipe. You know, so I take it upon myself to write songs
Have substance.
that have substance, you know. And on top of that, I because I also produced the whole album myself.
Oh.
I produced everything, wrote it, engineered,
You engineered
mixed
it?
it, mastered, all that.
You
good
did
stuff.
that?
It was I didn't want anyone else involved. You know, I wanted it to be just me. I wanted it to legit be a Solomon the Artiste project. This is mine. This is to you. Enjoy it. You know.
I love that.
And like I said, I wanted it to be completely 90s and whatnot.
How long did it take you?
Probably about a year, because I was recording other songs in the meantime as well. I was doing like small hooks and stuff and whatnot for other people, for certain rappers or whatever. But ultimately,
Did you go to school for like engineering,
I did
music?
not. Everything I learned pretty much was by ear. Like I
What?
would listen to other people's albums. I would listen to the radio to hear how the reverb sounded and whatnot. I'd go through the whole process of hearing what the music sounds like on, you know, computer speakers versus radio speakers, and you can hear the difference of spiking and all that good stuff. And it's gotten to the point where I've even been paid to, you know, mix and master people's stuff. It's really just
What?
about having a incredible ear,
I do.
you know?
I do.
I mean, I can't even like play piano that well or anything, but when people hear the music, they assume. I had someone actually bring me into the studio assuming that I was going to play, you know, the piano for
Right.
them, but I can't play. Like I could play with my right hand, but that's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah,
I can play enough to
Yes.
create. But yeah, it's just about having a good enough ear to know what you want and how you want it.
How is the album doing?
The album's doing really surprisingly.
Wait a minute, and wait. So you had a tooth thing going on. You had a doctor's, a medical.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
It's still kind of hurt. I'm fronting. It's
Really?
yeah. I got to go get actually tomorrow morning at like 10:30. I got to go get a root canal.
Oh
Yeah.
man. And
Which
you're
sucks.
in pain right now. I'm sorry.
Such is life. I go through it for the art. I do anything for art, you know, and everyone knows that about me. So I really don't care. If I couldn't walk, basically, is the only reason why I wouldn't be here. I've done shows where I was vocally sick, but it was like, nope, I'm just gonna push harder and make it through.
Same
you know?
here.
You
Same
do what you
here.
got to do, especially if they're paying you. I need my money. It's considering that, you know, we making our money via art and
Yes.
not having our, you know, survival jobs and whatnot.
Where are we gonna find this album?
This album is literally everywhere. Spotify, all streaming networks. I just put it up also on SoundCloud because people were asking.
What the?
But it
No. So I'm sorry, guys. My best friend doesn't know that I'm on the air. No. I'm on the air. I gotta go.
you embarrass her like that.
She tried it. No. My bad. Hi, Mom. Hi, Jules. So don't worry. The Triple Radio Show is coming on right now. You listen to the Kupkake Kattty Radio Show. Hello, Victor. He always makes me blush. Shut up. Stop being jealous. So let's continue the interview. This is Solomon. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
You know, sorry about that, guys. Some people forget that I have a job to do on Tuesday at 9 p.m. S.STREET Media.
That mean your friend wasn't listening. That's what that
Ustream.tv.
means.
She wasn't listening. I
Busted
texted
herself.
her earlier about my insecurities and about what I've been going through, and so she reached out. Are there things that you like? I was explaining to you earlier that I'm insecure about aging at this point. I'm insecure about aging, and I had a dream. I had a dream that when I was in the hotel over the weekend in Atlantic City with my daughter, I had a dream that there's a guy laying next to me with a significantly younger woman, and I wake up out of my sleep because I hear the sounds of passion. And I turn around and I'm like, I can't believe these people are on my bed. Like, what are you guys doing? And she's really dark. Like, in my mind, I'm supposed to be really dark. You know, I should have been born a black woman, like real tarred
Lupita.
black. You know, that's what it's
Beautiful like Lupita.
Yeah, like Lupita dark. Like that's who I should have been in my mind. And she's dark. She's dark. Her skin's glistening, and she's significantly younger. She's hippie. She's got a bunch of ass and no stomach. And I look
everything you
over.
want,
She has,
basically.
and she's me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I reach over in the dream and I touch her face, and her skin is so freaking soft. And I remember, and I'm like, oh no. So I wake up doing this to my face, and this is how I wake up, like, oh no. This is not what I was feeling. I wanted her skin. I want her skin. Are there things
They want to
that
know who's interviewing.
Oh, thank you. Are there things that you're insecure about? Musically, with anything? Are there things that you're insecure about?
So I'll mention two things. First, I'll mention vocally. So I had a whole situation over the summer, actually, where I woke up one morning. Technically, I'm realizing this may have started this is 2018, about a year and a half ago when I was doing a musical called Five Guys Named Mo. There was a situation where we had rehearsal for a couple of months, and then when it was finally showtime, my voice just gave out completely, and I didn't know why. But back then I thought it was just allergies, because I always get severe allergies during the month of May, and the show started in May.
Oh man.
But it was worse than usual, and so the same thing kind of happened this year again around May. Fortunately, I didn't have any shows to do, but I woke up one morning gasping for air, like I couldn't breathe. And it actually started the night before, actually. I was sitting there like having dinner with my friend who came to visit, and we were eating turkey or something. I forgot what it was. But there was a moment where I went to swallow, and I couldn't swallow the food. And I'm thinking like, oh, okay, I'll just push it back up or something. And it's like I went like a good 15, 20 seconds not being able to breathe. And it got to the point where I just jumped up and just had to spit the food out on the floor. And I'm just, I can't, like I was gasping for air. But my friend's thinking I'm choking. So she's trying to, squeeze the, do the Heimlich. But I'm trying to tell her it's not food. I just can't breathe, So I was rushed to the emergency room. I go, they tell me, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. I'm like, what do you mean? I couldn't breathe 20 minutes ago. And they legit sent me home. Eventually, I went to the ENT, and what they discovered was that I had some severe version of acid reflux in conjunction with the allergies. And then they also thought that my thyroid was enlarged. So everything that's affecting me is like literally happening right here. And so one thing's affecting the other.
And when you can't sing, honey, you ain't whole.
Exactly.
I know what that's like.
So I lost range. I still have some vocal fry, in here.
You do?
Yeah, I lost range. I mean, it's coming back now because they put me on a strict diet. I had to basically eliminate everything I love. How do you tell a Jamaican dude that he can't eat spicy food?
Oh, yeah.
I can't eat fried food. I can't drink any liquor. I can't.
Lies.
I can't drink coffee.
You don't need coffee anyway.
Basically told me, it'd be in your best interest to just be vegan. And
Are you?
Well, now I'm transitioning into veganism.
Oh, wow.
But I'm loving it.
Don't take me with you.
You will love it though.
No, I've tried it. I do love it.
Oh, okay.
I just don't. I'm bored very easily. So tofu,
Don't
whatever.
eat tofu though.
Because it's I know
for you.
it's like plastic,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't digest very well.
Yeah. But I was looking into the natural stuff, like legit just eating the like legit vegetables and fruits and
There are a
whatnot.
lot you can do with vegetables
Yeah,
and nuts.
I learned doing the research. I don't care so much because I can manipulate
My friends
everything.
made they make a vegetarian lasagna that is to die for,
I
honey.
believe you. I believe you.
That ricotta that they make that's not cheese, that's not dairy at all, is to die
Yep.
for. They use like cashew nuts or
My
something.
dad makes that because he's a health freak.
So what we need you to do is to sing for us. I know you're in pain.
After I just told you I'm insecure right
No,
now, that's
no,
why insecure. No, I'm playing.
Look, you gotta work through them. You gotta work through them. People need to see what you need, what you're made of. Yes, and then hopefully Will BK will join us because he's begging me to get on this Kupkake Kattty radio show. Yes, please, if you want.
Let's
if
see,
you will.
what can I get out right now?
I've been so many. I'm just throwing while you do that. And
Love, so many things I want to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. 'Cause there's a possibility that you look at me differently, love. Ever since the first moment that I heard your name, from then on I knew that by you being in my life, things were destined to change. 'Cause love.
so many people. Yes, clap, y'all, clap. I can't clap. I'm gonna let this one out.
Thank you.
Yes. First of all,
Yes.
what a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
I'm a fan. I don't know if you know that.
Thank
I'm
you,
a
yes.
really diehard fan of yours. I want you to. Do you sing in your baritone bass? Because that's very, very nice. Do you ever use that?
I use it often. I use it.
It's so
particularly for
rare that
musical
men
theater.
aren't using it very often. You know what I mean? Everybody
use
wants to
it.
be a damn tenor.
I use it.
You're using it.
I use it because I noticed that, you know, again, I think it's the old school in me, the old school 90s. You remember
We
like
need y'all.
when Tyrese and Genuine and like even Luther, you know, they would like sing and the ladies would just melt, you know. Maxwell, you know, he go on stage and the
Yes.
girls still throw panties
Yes.
at him. Like
Yes.
I had a friend that actually went to Victoria's Secret and bought like a good 10 pairs just to throw them, which I thought was crazy because Victoria's Secret ain't cheap.
It ain't cheap.
But I saw that and I was like, that's what I want. I want to be Maxwell, you know? And he's like notorious. Well, he has range to begin with.
He does. And
you know?
music, and so does music.
But when they go up there, you know, everyone loves it. But when they fall, because it's so rare, you know, like y'all quiver.
Yes.
And I love it. And that's what I
Yes.
want to do.
But to me, who's down there like from Jersey? What's his name? Jaheim. You know,
Yes.
that's who you remind
From
me.
Jersey?
Jaheim's from Jersey.
I did not know that.
Yep.
He sounds so country.
Yep. Jersey has a way of being country.
You right.
No shade, country, y'all. I'm from Jersey. No liquor? Oh, hell no. No, I know. I wouldn't be able to do that. I would have to quit. Yes. So, what am I talking about? Jaheim. I just feel like a lot of men that have this low register don't use it often enough, and I don't want that to die out. You know what I mean? So I just want you to use it more often because it's beautiful.
Thank you. Absolutely.
It's beautiful. We have to go into a little break so that my mother effing other partner can come up here and drive me crazy. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you'll stick around with
Absolutely.
us. Thank you so much. You're listening to the Kupkake Kattty Radio Show. Where? S.STREET Media, Ustream.tv. Keep it right here, y'all.
Give me the damn liquor. I'm sorry. Did we say that on the air?
No. Oh my God! Hi, you're listening to the Kupkake Kattty Radio Show Experience. That's a new title.
You just threw that in?
Yes, the Kupkake Kattty Radio Show Experience.
Oh, okay.
Because we're experimenting with you.
Oh shit.
The sound, the annoying voice in the background is none other than Will BK. Give it up for him, y'all. The Triple A Radio Show.
Yeah. Oh shit. I still got my work.
That's your Halloween. He had to try it on his Halloween costume. Congratulations on your promotion.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
He is officially the man. He's supervising people and telling them what to do because he loves doing that. Ew! Oh my God! Are you doing this right now? This dude is getting undressed. You know what, Tanisha?
It's the cupcake.
Sorry, Solomon. I'm really sorry that you had to see this.
I was looking at my phone.
I don't want you to have bad dreams.
The link,
I didn't read it. What did it say?
Wait.
You wrote something on there?
He's writing something on there.
He's saying put your shirt back on. That's what he's saying.
No, I'm putting it on.
No, Dave. Thank you so much for the. I do have a nice. I thank you so much.
A nice what?
I have a nice glass eyewear.
Oh, glasses says.
He likes them. It might be. I don't think they like when you took your shirt off. Hello, Peter. I don't think they like that. It's not. I'm sorry. You know, he's preparing for the show that's to come. His show, the Triple Radio Show, is coming up next. But right now, we're doing Kupkake Kattty. And before we go, we're going to listen to some music from Solomon. And I want to let you guys tell us what you think. Solomon, just let us know. You got your own phone?
Oh. God damn, boy.
I'm
Tough
sorry.
crowd.
No, this is what, because they didn't like that.
They did like that.
They was expecting to see muscles and everything.
Well, they did, but you blocked it.
I don't think that's not what they saw. So he's gonna play some music for us. In the meanwhile, I'm doing very well. I'm happy. I have a show this Thursday called "Who Got the Mic?"
Who's got the mic?
I have at least 15 artists that are supposed to come and perform. I have a plethora of comedians, singers, instrumentalists, guitarists, who I want you guys to come. It's Thursday. It's about $7 or so to come in. It's a coffee that's CBD infused. What else can I tell you about it? I'm hosting, and we spend a lot of time all month getting the show together. I'm not taking my shirt off. No. Mm-hmm. Let me see. I can take it. I'll do this. Ooh. I'm wearing a cat suit.
Sure.
And perhaps I'll stand up later so you can see
it's Bill Cosby
all my
night.
Curves.
It's Bill Cosby night. Ow.
So you can see all my curves. So my show on... Why don't you... I hate him so bad. So my show is on Thursday. I want you guys to come out. It's in Bushwick. Thank you. I worked a long time to get these breasts the way they're supposed to be. Is that for me?
Yes.
What is it?
Checkers.
Is it fries?
No, it's a burger. Damn.
I don't eat beef. So the show is going to start at around 8 or 9 o'clock. I can't remember what I told people.
Said.
7, 8. Either way, go to Who Got the Mic Instagram to find out more. We're going to listen to some music right now. Claude Mercy. We're ready. And Solomon the artist. Solomon the artiste. Right? Solomon the artiste. Why didn't you correct me? I've been saying it wrong the whole time. And I knew it. I know it. It's something came over me. What's come over over me? What's come over me?
Ain't no party like a 90s party. Ain't no party like a 90s party. Reminiscing on the days when we were young and free. When the wheels and life was pure elementary. When the dollar bought you candy, chips, and soda pop. Riding bikes through endless summers where the beat don't stop. Now we stuck in a 45 where the winters are hot like fire. When it's criminal to survive in the skin that they all desire. Every move that you make is a trap and the music is trapping. You feel like you're trapped. Do you wanna go back to a place in time? Need a celebration to unwind. Ain't no party like a 90s party. On the East Coast party, it's a New York party. Get down, get naughty, get loud. Everybody just bounce to the biggity beat. I said there ain't no party like a 90s party. On the East Coast party, it's a New York party. Get down, get naughty, get loud. Everybody just bounce to the biggity beat. And I've been thinking lately, wouldn't it be crazy if the DJ could scratch that mess up, make it right? What if we switched up the flow like a remix on the radio? Now what if 16 bars could change the world tonight? Yo, I would do my own feature. Pressure with the verse, you could call me the preacher. Really, I'm a singer, so my rap is Felicia. But I got that PowerPoint rhyme, they come with a breather. I can help the youth just by telling them the truth. It ain't never been perfect, but in case you ain't heard it, I'm an 80s baby. The 90s raised me, the 2000s crazy. Got me thinking lately how there ain't no party like a 90s party. On the East Coast party, it's a New York party. Get down, get naughty, get loud. Everybody just bounce to the biggity beat. I said there ain't no party like a 90s party. On the East Coast party, it's a New York party. Get down, get naughty, get loud. Everybody just bounce to the biggity beat. So there ain't no party like a 90s party. On the East Coast party, it's a New York party. Get down, get naughty, get loud. Everybody just bounce to the biggity beat. I said there ain't no party like a 90s party. On the East Coast party, it's a New York party. Get down, get naughty, get loud. Everybody just bounce to the biggity beat. Whoa. Now everybody get it. Now everybody get down. Now everybody get it. So what you really think? I said we caught in a 45 where the winters are hot like fire. And it's criminal to survive in the skin that they all desire. Every move that you make is a trap and the music is trapping. You feel like you're trapping. You wanna go back to a place in time. You need a celebration to unwind. Ain't no party like a 90s party. On the East Coast party, it's a New York party. Get down, get naughty, get loud. Everybody just bounce to the biggity beat. I said there ain't no party like a 90s party. On the East Coast party, it's a New York party. Get down, get naughty, get loud. Everybody just bounce to the biggity beat. There ain't no party like a 90s party. On the East Coast party, it's a New York party. Get down, get naughty, get loud. Everybody just bounce to the biggity beat. I said there ain't no party like a 90s party. On the East Coast party, it's a New York party. Get down, get naughty, get loud. Everybody just bounce to the biggity beat. Everybody say oh. Say oh, oh, oh. Say do that thing, do that thing, do it. Do that thing, do that thing. Say do that thing, do that thing, do it. Do that thing, do that thing. Everybody say ain't no party like a 90s party. Ain't no party like a 90s